forget crystal balls يا زلمة. On Polymarket, we're not just betting on the future, we're collectively manifesting it, one chaotic, decentralized market at a time.
Polymarket. A name that probably conjures images of a multi-tentacled alien bazaar where spacefaring merchants haggle over cosmic dust and the fate of parallel universes. Or perhaps a slightly less glamorous but equally perplexing online platform. Today, Habibi, we're diving headfirst into the glorious, confusing, and utterly fascinating abyss that is Polymarket. Ever wonder how the internet turns our collective hunches into cold, hard, data-driven predictions? It's like asking the universe to put its money where its mouth is, but with a blockchain twist. Get ready for some serious brain yoga because things are about to get weird, wonderful, and surprisingly profound. Yalla, let's go.
Before we get into Polymarket's specific flavor of technomagic, let's chew on the fundamental concept. Prediction markets. Think of it as a fancy, high-tech betting pool, but for information, not just sports. Instead of odds set by a bookie, the price of an outcome's share is determined by market demand. If more people believe X will happen, its shares go up, reflecting a higher perceived probability. It's the wisdom of crowds, digitized and financialized. It's humanity's collective subconscious trying to manifest future probabilities into present-day asset crisis. Sounds a bit like a self-fulfilling prophecy, doesn't it? Or perhaps just capitalism doing its thing, but with a crystal ball.
Polymarket burst onto the scene in 2020, a time when the world was already upside down and we were all desperate for some clarity, or at least a place to bet on when the madness would end. It wasn't just another crypto project, it was an attempt to democratize access to prediction markets, making them more transparent, efficient, and user-friendly than their clunky predecessors. The idea was simple, yet revolutionary. Provide a platform where users could trade on the outcome of real-world events, from political elections to meme stock surges, using cryptocurrency. They aim to bypass the traditional gatekeepers and regulatory hurdles that often suffocated such ventures. A bold move, mish mishkila.
Now for the how it works part. Polymarket isn't just some random website. It's built on a blockchain, specifically the Polygon network. Why Polygon, you ask? Because Ethereum, while glorious, can be slower and pricier than a week-long stay at a five-star hotel during peak season. Polygon offers faster transactions and significantly lower fees, which is absolutely crucial for a platform where people might be making many small trades. Imagine trying to bet on a minor news event and having the transaction fee eat half your potential winnings. No, thank you. So Polygon provides the speedy, cost-effective infrastructure that makes Polymarket actually usable for the everyday Oracle wannabe. It's the sturdy foundation for our house of probabilities.
At its core, Polymarket operates by having users buy shares in the potential outcomes of an event. Let's say the market is, will aliens land by 2025? You might see two outcomes, yes and no. Each share in yes or no represents a claim to $1 if that outcome happens. If yes shares are trading at 0.20, it means the market perceives a 20% chance of aliens landing. You buy at 0.20, and if aliens do indeed land, your share becomes worth $1. You've made a cool $0.80 profit per share. If they don't, your share goes to zero. Simple, right? It's like buying tiny slices of the future, each slice representing a sliver of probability. Yani, it's pretty neat.
For a market to function, it needs liquidity. No one wants to buy a share only to find there's no one to sell it to, or vice versa. This is where liquidity providers, or LPs, come in. These brave souls, or algorithms, stake funds to ensure there are always shares available for trading. They effectively create the market,
providing both yes and no shares. In return for taking on this risk, they earn a small fee from every trade. Think of them as the unsung heroes of the prediction market, the ones who make sure the cosmic casino always has chips on the table. Without them, the whole philosophical experiment grinds to a halt. Khalas.
So the event happens. Aliens either land or they don't. But how does Polymarket know which outcome actually occurred? This is the domain of the oracle. Not a mystical being whispering secrets from the heavens, but a mechanism that brings real-world data onto the blockchain. Polymarket primarily uses Yuma's optimistic oracle. This system works by allowing anyone to propose a resolution. If no one disputes it within a specific time frame, usually 24-48 hours, it's accepted as true. If it is disputed, it goes to a dispute resolution process involving Yuma token holders. It's a trust-minimized crypto-economic game of who knows the truth best, with financial incentives for honesty. A truly philosophical conundrum, isn't it?
What if someone proposes that aliens landed, but you, being a keen observer of Earth's atmosphere, know they didn't? This is where the optimistic part of the optimistic oracle comes in. You can dispute the proposed outcome. To do so, you have to stake a bond. If your dispute is successful, you get your bond back and often a reward. If you're wrong, you lose it. This system incentivizes honest reporting and disincentivizes malicious or incorrect claims. It's like a digital courtroom where facts are king and your financial reputation is on the line. It's a fascinating study in economic game theory applied to the pursuit of objective truth. Who needs judges when you have crypto-economic incentives, eh?
The prices of these outcome shares aren't random. They are, in essence, the market's collective assessment of the probability of that event occurring. If a yes share trades at $0.75, the market is collectively saying there's a 75% chance of that outcome. As new information emerges, people buy or sell, and the price adjusts in real time. It's a dynamic, ever-evolving forecast. This makes prediction markets not just a place to bet, but a powerful tool for aggregating information and predicting future events more accurately than traditional polling or expert opinions. Because let's be honest, people put their money where their most informed opinion is. It's the closest we get to a crystal ball that's powered by pure, unfiltered human belief. Scary, but cool.
Like any good house in a cosmic casino, Polymarket needs to keep the lights on and the servers humming. They do this by charging a small trading fee, typically a percentage of each trade. This fee is automatically deducted when you buy or sell shares. It's a necessary evil, but usually quite reasonable, especially compared to traditional financial markets or even some centralized betting platforms. These fees help sustain the platform, fund development, and ensure the ongoing operation of this grand experiment in collective foresight. So while you're busy philosophizing about the nature of truth, remember a tiny fraction of your intellectual endeavor is contributing to the Polymarket coffers. Fair enough, I'd say.
Accessing Polymarket is surprisingly straightforward, especially if you're already acquainted with the wild world of Web3. You simply connect your crypto wallet, like MetaMask, directly to the platform. No endless sign-up forms, no KYC, no your customer requirements, at least not for the basic interaction. This low barrier to entry is part of its decentralized charm. Once connected, you fund your wallet with USDC, a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, on the Polygon network, and you're ready to dive into the markets. It's a beautifully seamless blend of modern finance and a philosophy experiment right at your fingertips. No need to consult ancient scrolls, just a few clicks. Khalas, you're in.
Polymarket isn't just about alien invasions, thankfully. The range of markets is incredibly diverse, reflecting the vast spectrum of human curiosity and concern. You'll find markets on political elections, like who will win the next US presidential election, to sports outcomes, the price of cryptocurrencies, major news events, scientific breakthroughs, and even pop culture phenomena. It's a real-time, global temperature check on everything from geopolitics to whether a celebrity couple will stay together.
This diversity allows the wisdom of crowds to be applied across virtually any quantifiable future event, turning the world into one giant interconnected prediction machine. It's quite the spectacle, Yani.
The philosophical underpinning of Polymarket and all prediction markets is the wisdom of crowds. The idea, famously popularized by James Sorawicki, is that a large, diverse group of individuals is often collectively smarter than even the smartest single individual in the group. On Polymarket, this collective intelligence is aggregated through market prices. Each trade, each buy or sell, is a tiny vote, a piece of information, influencing the probability. It's not just a hunch, it's a financial stake in that hunch. This incentive structure pushes participants to seek out and act on accurate information, making the market an incredibly powerful information aggregation tool. It's democracy, but for data, with actual stakes involved.
The ever-present shadow of the authorities. Polymarket, like many decentralized projects, has faced its share of regulatory scrutiny. In 2022, the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, charged Polymarket with operating an unregistered derivatives exchange. This led to Polymarket paying a penalty and, crucially, geo-blocking users in the United States from accessing new markets. It's a stark reminder that even in the decentralized future, the old world still wields considerable power. This isn't just a technical challenge, it's a profound philosophical debate about jurisdiction, freedom of information, and the role of regulation in an increasingly borderless digital world. Who owns the future, and who gets to regulate predictions about it?
While Polymarket offers fascinating opportunities, it's not without risks. First, there's a smart contract risk. A bug in the code could potentially lead to loss of funds. Though audited, no code is 100% foolproof. Then there's Oracle risk. What if the Oracle mechanism is exploited or makes a mistake? While the optimistic Oracle system is robust, it's not infallible. And of course, there's liquidity risk. For niche markets, you might struggle to sell your shares at a fair price. Finally, simply being wrong about your prediction means you lose your stake. It's the Wild West of information aggregation, so understanding the terrain is key. Don't go in blind, Yani.
Beyond just betting, Polymarket and similar platforms have a deeper, almost philosophical impact on how we consume and trust information. In an era of rampant misinformation and echo chambers, prediction markets offer a compelling, financially incentivized alternative for determining what's likely to be true. When people put their money on the line, they tend to be more careful about the information they consume and act upon. It essentially creates a truth market where accuracy is rewarded. Could this be a new paradigm for journalism, for scientific consensus, or even for democratic discourse? It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? A market for facts, powered by incentives.
Polymarket has hosted markets على some truly momentous events. من US presidential elections وسupreme court decisions للefficacy of various vaccines وmajor cryptocurrency price movements. These aren't just trivial bets, they're high-stakes predictions that can move millions of dollars وoffer valuable real-time insights into public perception وexpected outcomes. The volume والactivity على some of these markets demonstrate the serious belief في collective intelligence model. It's like a global, real-time, financially backed survey of what people truly believe will happen, not just what they say to pollsters. What's the next billion-dollar question we'll see here?
Polymarket isn't the only player in the prediction market space. Projects like Augur and Gnosis, now Omen and Gnosis Chain, paved the way, offering earlier, fully decentralized solutions. However, Polymarket distinguished itself with its focus on user experience, lower fees thanks to Polygon, and a more curated market selection. While Augur and Gnosis were trailblazers in decentralization, they often struggled with high gas fees and complex interfaces, limiting mainstream adoption. Polymarket aimed for a balance, decentralized enough to be permissionless, but user-friendly enough to be accessible. It's like the difference between a self-driving car prototype and a fully polished consumer model. Both are brilliant, but one is easier to drive.
This brings us to a deep philosophical question. Just how decentralized is Polymarket really? While it leverages a blockchain for transparency and relies on an optimistic oracle for resolution, some aspects might still feel centralized. The team itself makes decisions, and the oracle isn't fully governed by thousands of anonymous actors, but by UMA token holders. The geo-blocking, for example, shows a centralized point of control. It's a spectrum, not a binary. Polymarket often leans towards progressive decentralization, starting with some central guidance and gradually shifting more control to the community. It's a delicate dance between efficiency and ideology, a continuous quest for true autonomy in a world that craves both order and freedom. What's your take, Yani?
So, where are prediction markets headed? The future is undoubtedly bright, albeit with regulatory hurdles. We could see them integrated into AI systems for smarter forecasting, used by governments for policymaking, or even evolving into sophisticated risk management tools for businesses. Imagine a world where every major decision is informed by the collective, real-time probability assessment of millions. It's a powerful, almost utopian vision of a hyper-informed society. Or, perhaps, a dystopian one where every thought is monetized and predicted. The philosophical implications are immense. One thing's for sure, the genie is out of the bottle and it's predicting its own future. Khalas.
Let's get truly philosophical for a moment. What does Polymarket say about the nature of truth itself? Is truth merely a collective agreement, a statistical probability determined by market forces? Or is it an objective reality that these markets merely attempt to approximate? When a market resolves, it essentially declares a truth based on the oracle's verdict. This system, driven by economic incentives, suggests that truth can be crowdsourced, incentivized, and ultimately settled. It's a fascinating redefinition of epistemology in the digital age. Forget Plato's cave. We're in Polymarket's data stream, trying to discern the shadows of future probabilities. Deep stuff, right?
Honestly, when you strip away all the blockchain jargon and philosophical pontificating, Polymarket is essentially a bunch of internet strangers betting on whether Kim Kardashian will marry an alien by next Tuesday. And the fact that this system, this elegant dance of code and human psychology, can actually predict things with surprising accuracy is both hilarious and mildly terrifying. We've built a collective, decentralized crystal ball, and we're mostly using it to guess celebrity gossip and political outcomes. It's the ultimate expression of humanity's contradictory nature, capable of immense technological ingenuity, yet driven by the most mundane, or sometimes most significant curiosities. It's all a bit mad, isn't it? But in the best possible way.
Okay, I admit, Kim Kardashian alien bit was pure nonsense, though a delightful thought experiment. I mean, theoretically, you could create such a market if enough people were interested, and an oracle could definitively resolve it. But typically, Polymarket focuses on more terrestrial events with verifiable outcomes. My apologies for leading you down that cosmic garden path, Yani. The core information remains. Polymarket leverages blockchain, uses optimistic oracles, and aggregates collective intelligence through market prices to predict real-world events. No actual alien weddings involved. Yet. But who knows? The future is, after all, unpredictable until someone bets on it. That's the real philosophy right there.
So, while it's fun to consider the whimsical side, the true power of Polymarket lies far beyond mere betting. It's about harnessing collective intelligence in a novel way. Imagine a pharmaceutical company using prediction markets to assess the likelihood of success for drug trials, or a climate research group forecasting environmental shifts. The applications are immense, extending into any field where accurate probabilistic forecasting is valuable. It's a tool for truth-seeking, for risk assessment, for strategic planning. It transforms the internet from a passive information repository into an active predictive engine. And that, Habibi, is a game changer.
Ultimately, Polymarket is more than just a platform. It's a grand ongoing human experiment. It asks, can we collectively predict the future more accurately than any single expert? Can economic incentives align with the pursuit of truth? And can a decentralized system stand up against the challenges of the real world? The answers are still unfolding, market by market, dispute by dispute. But one thing is clear, it's pushing the boundaries of what's possible, forcing us to rethink how information is valued, aggregated, and utilized. It's a fascinating reflection of our desire to understand and perhaps control the unknown. Khalas, what a ride.
So there you have it, a somewhat humorous, deeply philosophical, and hopefully accurate dive into how Polymarket works. From the foundational concept of prediction markets to the intricate dance of oracles and liquidity providers, it's a testament to human ingenuity and our endless quest to peek behind the curtain of tomorrow. It's messy, it's complex, and it's utterly brilliant. Go forth, ponder the probabilities, and maybe, just maybe, make a few predictions yourself. But always remember, the future is never set in stone, only in smart contracts, until the oracle resolves it, that is. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep questioning, Yani. Until next time.
If you enjoyed this wild philosophical ride through the mechanics of Polymarket, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more brain-bending content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the weird and wonderful corners of Web3. What other seemingly complex topics should we unravel with a mix of humor and philosophical musings? Let me know in the comments below. Your thoughts, your theories, your wildest predictions are all welcome. Until then, keep those philosophical gears turning, and may your predictions always be profitable, or at least profoundly thought-provoking. Shukran.
And remember, if a prediction market ever opens on will I eventually understand quantum physics, I'm buying no shares. High probability of profit there, Habibi. Khalas.
What?